Shout out to our sponsor, Dollar Shave Club.
See why over 3 million members love Dollar Shave Club. They're so confident in the quality of all their products. Now you can get your first month of the club for free. Just pay shipping.
After that, it's just a few bucks a month, no long-term commitment, no hidden fees. Get yours at dollarshaveclub.com/no. Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Ryan Haywood.
If you thought all the trash talking between Sony and Microsoft about their new mid-generation console slap fight was fun, think again. Because now, Sony's saying they're not even worried about Microsoft anymore.
According to them, the PS4 Pro's biggest competition isn't the Xbox One, it's the PC. Time to get those flame suits on.
These come at me bro comments aimed at the master race come from a recent interview between Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO Andrew House and The Guardian. In the interview, House talks about the main point of the Pro being to keep players from hopping over to PC.
House said about the PS4 Pro and PC, I saw some data that really influenced me. It suggested that there's a dip mid-console life cycle where players who want the very best graphical experience will start to migrate to PC, because that's obviously where it's to be had.
House went on to say, we wanted to keep those people within our ecosystem by giving them the very best and very highest performance quality. So the net result of those thoughts was PlayStation 4 Pro, and by and large a graphical approach to game improvement.
The very best graphical improvement that doesn't even give you a better frame rate.
And locks your frame rate with everyone else who's using it for multiplayer, so that you don't have an advantage.
Consistency. And really even close to the same specs as high-end gaming PCs, let's be honest.
It's not.
It's a nice try. That's not how you PC.
Makes the most of its hardware. Not quite the same. Considering the current trajectory of the entire video game industry, it makes sense that Sony would set its sights on PC gaming because PC gaming, more than console gaming, is growing at a rapid pace.
This year, PC gaming is expected to surpass console gaming in terms of overall revenue. Of the $100 billion that the global gaming industry brings in, PC is projected to make almost $32 billion total, while console is expected to do somewhere around $28 billion.
In addition to making more money overall, the potential for long-term revenue is a lot better on PC in general. Reportedly, gamers on PC spend around $21 billion on DLC, as opposed to the $2 billion spent annually by console gamers. Of course, most of that is fueled by free-to-play microtransactions, but it's there. Basically, you guys, you're just like making it rain.
Free to play. Let's be honest though, they're both going to be left in the dust by mobile, which is projected to make around $37 billion for the year, which is probably why Sony is also aggressively going after mobile now too.
Yeah, overall, Sony feels it's tapped out the console market. It sees the biggest potential audience it can lure over to Team PlayStation to be none other than the enormous pool of users currently sitting there on Steam.
You have to wonder if they can actually sway gamers from going over to PC gaming with that what amounts to basically a fairly underpowered PS4 Pro. Yes, it's a decent upgrade over the PS4, about 2 times the performance to be exact.
And it's the best, it's very powerful for a console, but the standards are a little bit different.
If what they really want to do is fight the PC, something maybe a little bit beefier might have been better, but cost point.
Yes, to be fair, it does seem like they're trying to walk a thin line between price and performance. And from the sound of it, the PS4 Pro is doing some really impressive stuff under the hood to simulate the type of performance you'd expect from a more powerful machine, but it takes simulation, not doing it in fact.
Yeah, and at the moment, the specs of Xbox's Scorpio seem better poised to tackle the PC gaming market, but it's still a whole other year out. And we've seen before how waiting that long to release has been a kind of a problem for consoles in the past.
Which is probably why Sony isn't all that concerned about what Microsoft is doing. Speaking with The Guardian about their console competitor, House said that this generation is mostly spoken for. House said, we've got a pretty good sense of where the momentum of the life cycle is, but I think the Pro can be something new, innovative, and possibly take us in a slightly different direction.
So basically, we've clearly won this generation. We're not paying attention to those scrubs in second place.
And so far, the ridiculous numbers of the PS4 this generation do give some credence to Sony's swagger. At the moment, it's on pace to be one of the biggest selling consoles of all time, if not the biggest by the time all is said and done.
In terms of sales numbers, the PS4's total figures are expected to reach around 53.5 million by the end of the year, with sales currently at around the 44 million mark. The Xbox One, however, is projected to have moved around maybe 22 million consoles.
So it's double. However, the Xbox One S is helping to pick up momentum for Microsoft. The new slim console helped to move the company's sales past the PS4 for 2 months in a row in both July and August, and it wasn't even out yet in July. People just started buying the Xbox One because the S was coming. And the price drop helped.
The power of the pre-order. But now that the PS4 Pro is announced, who knows whether or not consumers will continue to grab the Xbox One S or will upgrade to the Pro instead. Following the announcement of the PS4 Pro and Microsoft's taunting tweet, Xbox One sales were up 111% on Amazon UK.
Well, they were up in sales rank. They went up 111% in sales rank in the UK.
Anytime you can say over 100%, it's good. To be fair, it is a small, very specific slice of data, but it is interesting.
Microsoft, take your wins where you can. The experts aren't convinced, though, with a number of analysts expecting the PS4 Pro to crush sales this holiday season. GamesIndustry.biz did a nice piece over the weekend pulling together thoughts from a number of video game researchers who all had quite a bit to say about how things will shake out between Sony and Microsoft this fall.
Webbush Security's Michael Pachter, the guys who always predicted the death of consoles, said, "The pricing gives Sony a big advantage. PS4 Slim is competitive with the Xbox One S, but PS4 Pro is a bargain."
David Cole from DFC Intelligence, the same company who said the Xbox One S was dead in the water, which was not entirely accurate, goes even harder after Microsoft in a recent comment he made, saying this could be a final nail in the coffin for Xbox One now that Microsoft has told consumers to wait until 2017 for a Scorpio. I mean, this dude, that's all he says. I'm pretty sure he just has like a soundboard and someone will ask him a question and he goes, "Boop, Xbox is dead.
Consoles are doomed." Games research firm IHS didn't quite agree with the others, commenting that the proliferation of sets that can support 4K and HDR will keep the PS4 Pro selling around a modest 1.5 million by the end of the year. Not a bad number, but not really gangbusters the way other analysts are kind of predicting.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends on like how many people need 4K. How many 4K like TVs are out there of people who also are really interested in consoles. That's going to be,
what the
I
holidays
think that's
are
going to
for.
be the bigger limiter than anything. One of IHS's analysts gives the advantage to Xbox, commenting, Microsoft's cheaper Xbox One S also steals some of Sony's Pro thunder with a significant overlap in 4K features between the two consoles.
So Sony might not have this quite in the bag the way they think they do.
Well, they still have double the sales. But,
the race isn't over. You get a stitch and then all of a sudden you're limping and then the other person runs right on by. That's how it could happen.
Tortoise hair, get it, okay.
No, to be fair, the behemoth of PC gaming is really kind of an absurdly lofty competitor to tackle, especially with an underpowered box.
It works in a completely different ecosystem. And despite what Microsoft is saying on the surface, they have been quietly targeting PC gaming over the last year or so as well, thanks to their Xbox Play Anywhere initiative and Windows Store shenanigans. They're just trying to be a little bit sneakier about it, I guess.
Yeah, considering more gamers are playing more games in more places, it's only natural for these companies to think that they can start targeting the PC gaming market in a big way, even if they can't quite get the same level of performance of top-end PCs. There's a lot of money in the PC gaming pool, and everybody's going to want a little bit in their pockets.
Or a lot in their pockets, let's be honest. What do you guys think of Sony saying that PC is its big competitor now? Let us know in the comments.
By the way, most of those PCs running Microsoft products.
It's true.
For future updates on who's fighting who in the game industry, like this video and subscribe to The Know.
Thanks to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring this update.
DollarShaveClub.com delivers amazing razors right to your door so you don't have to keep using the same dull razor because it's a pain to get them from the store.
They've got a whole lineup of razors too, so you can decide how fancy you want to get, plus extras like Dr. Carver's shave butter, the mint cedarwood body cleanser, but my favorite is the really nice smelling amber lavender soap. Or there's also
The peppermint tingly butt wipes. Yeah, it's Gus's favorite thing.
It really is. He talks about it all the time. You can have a tingly butt. Dollar Shave Club is so confident in the quality of all their products, now you can get your first month of the club for free. All you have to do is pay shipping.
After that, it's just a few bucks a month, no long-term commitment, no hidden fees. There's no reason not to do it. Get yours at DollarShaveClub.com/no.
And if you're lucky, Gus will share his butt wipes with you.
No, not the same wipe. You get it.
Not the same wipe. You can have your own wipe.